What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On the bench today, we got something cool for you. Typically when we see a case like this, we've got a drone inside. No, not this time. We've got a 1/24 scale, fully proportional FPV RC in the case, and we're gonna take a look at it next on Van City RC. Guys, this is going to be cool. Like I said, what we've got here is the JY88. Let's take a look at it. It's pretty cool to get this nice little case with it. Didn't come in a box. This is how it came. And check it out, guys. We'll take the foam out of there. Everything fits in there nicely to pack it around. I like that. That is awesome. So we'll start by just taking everything out of here. Got our transmitter. We got the little 1/24 scale JY88 right there. What's here? We've got the camera right there. We'll look at that in a sec. Looks like we got some LED strips. We've got, looks like a manual charger in there, and we've got a little pamphlet here. We might as well get into that right away. So there's our app, sports car app. There's the QR code. I've already downloaded it. Looks like it's a pretty decent app, so we'll be testing that out, obviously, to test out the camera. And the camera we got with it here, guys. So we'll pull that out right away. We got some Velcro right there. And this camera, you just attach the Velcro and it's going to go right to the top of the RC right there. Now we're going to take a closer look at that RC here momentarily. But yeah, do like the case. All cut out foam insert there. Very cool. Let's look at the manual quickly here. Got the manual and the charger. This is your typical USB charging cable, micro USB end on that side. We'll look at the battery momentarily. We do have LEDs there. I'll be sticking those on. I'll have to see where they plug in. Obviously, we've got a little micro plug right there. We'll just keep that in the bag for now. Oh, we do have 2 extra body clips. I won't bother taking them out, but we have 2 extra body clips in the bag as well. And here we go, the JY88 manual. So it looks decent. How to operate the transmitter, how to change the battery out, functions of the RC right there. Typically what you see in any manual, looks like it's all in here in English, and then we're into Chinese. No parts list on this one. We'll put that aside. Let's take a look at the transmitter. Now this transmitter takes 2 AA batteries right in there. And the size, it's alright. It's a little on the small side, but not horrible. It's definitely right on the verge of being a little bit too small, but still it'll fit in an adult's hand. So we got a lot of functions on here. We do have our on-off switch. You can see the red indicator light right there. We have our throttle dual rates right there. We have our steering trim over here and our throttle trim over here. So exact same layout as my JY86 Jeep crawler. We saw that on the channel earlier this year, and that was an awesome little RC. I enjoy that one. So let's pull in the JY88 here. Now this guy's small, much like the Emax Interceptor, 1/24 scale, and I think this is, I don't know, it might be as good as the Interceptor. I'm not sure. I haven't tested either of them out. I know this one's Wi-Fi FPV and the Interceptor was 5.8 gigahertz. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna check that out. Kind of looks like WL Toys 144001. I'm just looking at the wheels here. Check out those wheels, and if you're familiar with the WL Toys RCs, that's a very familiar looking wheel there, isn't it? Here, I got one right here. Almost a scale version of the, yeah, it pretty much is the scale version of the WL Toys wheels, and it kind of looks like the 144001. We'll pull that in here. Similar looking, so we got a little mini WL Toys looking replica here. Similar looking there, isn't it? At least the wheels are somewhat similar on the graphics. That's kind of cool. So this little guy, let's see, it's got a switch on the bottom here, on-off switch. Here's our battery right here. It's got 2 retaining clips, and we just pull it out by the tabs. Now this is, unfortunately, it's a proprietary battery, and this one is one cell 300 milliamp hour battery, 20C discharge rate on this one. They're advertising 20 minutes of runtime and roughly 1 hour to charge it up. Let's pull off the body clip here. 2 body clips, one in the front, one in the back. We'll pull that body off and see what we got underneath. It's on a little tight, but let's see if we can get it off there. There we go. So looking at it right here, the suspension, just a single spring suspension on the back there. Nothing special on that one. I didn't mention, this thing is dirt cheap, guys. These things are running, I only know, I'll throw the American price on the screen. We're roughly right around between $45–50 Canadian for this. So it's definitely a decent deal. And we can see we've got 2 plugs right there. There's our LED plug. So that'll be for our LEDs. See if we can get close enough. I'm not sure if it'll focus. So LED there, and our Wi-Fi camera right there. Alright guys, before we get out, have a little fun with this one. A few more things I want to show you here. And we're going to start by taking a closer look at the battery here. I did show you these 2 tabs that retain it, but you also need to press in these 2 little pieces that stick past the chassis here to pull it out. And right there is the opposite end. I already showed you the charger. There's the opposite end where you would charge it from. You take this micro USB right here, plug it in. Take your other end into any USB outlet. We'll use this one, and we'll plug it in. And not only do you get, you can't see it, but you get a light on the end of the USB. You also get a little light on the battery here indicating that it's charging. So that is cool. The other thing I wanted to show you was, I wanted to show you what the LEDs look like and the camera. So we threw the Velcro on, and we can stick that camera on right now, because the shell does have a cutout allowing the camera to be mounted prior to the shell being installed. So we'll plug that in right there. You can see we got the LED strips mounted in the shell, and there's our little plug right there, and we'll plug those in. And let's slip that over top the camera, and we'll just drop it into place here like that. I'm going to need that battery back, so I want to show you what these LEDs look like. And let's turn the transmitter on. Let's turn this on. Check it out, guys. Nice bright blue LEDs there. Those are going to look cool, maybe for a little night riding or something, a little RC action at night, not sure. But yeah, very cool looking. Camera mounted, LEDs mounted. There's no lights or anything on the camera, but those little blue LED strips are sure bright. So guys, we're going to get it out now, have a little fun with it. We'll test out the quality of the camera, range of the Wi-Fi FPV, and we're even going to test out, I'll bring the GPS, and we will test out the speed of this little 1/24 scale here. I'm curious to see how close it gets to that 35 kilometers per hour it advertises. So let's get out, let's have a little fun with it, and we'll see how it does. Alright guys, we got the JY88 out here for a little test run today. We're going to start out right away with doing a speed run, testing out the max speed of this thing before we get into looking at the camera here. So as funny as it looks there, we got the GPS on top there, and we're gonna just see if we can get anywhere near that 35 kilometers per hour that they're advertising. Now we're gonna be a little top heavy, so I am gonna take it easy. And here we go. It's actually moving pretty quick. And I wiped it out. All right. That's probably going to be about as fast as we go anyways, and I don't think it's anywhere near the 35. So there we go, guys. 18.7 kilometers per hour. So don't know what they're talking about when they say 35. So right away, guys, I'm going to start with we took a picture there, and we're going to just start by the video here. Okay, so much like a toy grade drone, we're able to take video and pictures with this app. I don't have a phone holder, so I'm just going to let the app go, and we'll review the footage and look at it after. But we're just going to cruise around the park here now. Good speed on this thing. Now I'm just looking, checking my my steering trim here. Oh, we lost, oh there we go, we lost connection there for a minute. I kind of expected that, the Wi-Fi to interfere with the transmitter, which I believe it is. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of weird. See, I lost range there. Not sure why that's happening. Maybe my hand's getting in the way. We keep going in and out a bit there. Oh, you know what? I believe, yes. And I forgot about this, guys, is the antenna is exposed here. Let's see if that helps by bringing the antenna out a bit. All right, let's keep rolling here. There, that's a bit better. Gotta have that antenna exposed. Nice. There, I was a little worried there for a sec. Yeah, we got good range now. It is cutting out a little sooner than I thought it would. One thing that's happening is when I get out of range though, I'm gonna try it here. It seems to want to turn around. So while that camera's going, it looks like our range is going to be pretty limited. Now, one thing I'm going to check too while I have it here is, and I'm not really able to see it too well because my phone's a little dark. Yeah, I don't know, we're still going, we're still going. I thought the range of the RC, the FPV camera there might have been a little screwy. Now I'm just looking at it now, I can see jello. You know, this one, it doesn't look too great, to be honest with you guys. Cool idea, but I don't think it's gonna look too well. Just seeing what I'm seeing on the screen right now. We are still filming. We've got 2.5 minutes, actually 3 minutes of film right now. So I'm gonna put the phone down since I don't have a phone holder. And we're just gonna cruise around and we'll look at the video, and I'll come back at the end here and we'll discuss what we see. So you can see I lost range there again. It's zippy. Keeping it close, not too bad. And I'm trying to stay out of this kid's way. He was here before me. Doing a little scooting here. I figured this would be a good spot to test it out. As suspected, the speed, not what they're advertising. The range, not really what they're advertising either. And we'll check it out a bit closer. I might take that camera off here and we'll check out the range without the camera. Guys, we pulled that camera off. We're just gonna mess around for a couple more minutes before we wrap this one up. And that should make a difference with the range regardless. There we go. Definitely a lot more range there without the camera on there, with that Wi-Fi competing with the transmitter. So this is where your 60 meters is gonna come in, because see, we're making it all the way to the other end there, no problem. For a little 1/24 scale, not too bad, guys. A little jump here. Nice. So again, advertised 20 minutes of runtime with this one. So I think if you bought the 2 or 3 battery version, you'd be in better shape. I've only got the 1 battery, so once I'm done here, that's it. Actually, not too bad, guys, not too bad. Actually, prefer running it without the camera. I can tell it's starting to get a little bit weak. As you can see, the range is no longer an issue. It up to the wall, spin it down, having a blast, guys. Not quite enough power for the grass for the off-road. Got to keep this one on-road. And you can see, like I said, the range is not an issue without that Wi-Fi camera on there. And I've lost sight of it now, guys. Oh, there we go. So same with toy grade drones. You will notice a decreased range with those Wi-Fi cameras. Good speed. We're getting some good runtime on this too, guys. I'm impressed. This was definitely a good purchase. I was more looking for, and I've got a few small RCs on coming to the channel here soon, guys. With fall, well, we are in fall now with winter fast approaching. We're not going to get the opportunity to run outside as much as we want to, so I wanted some stuff for indoors. This will definitely be one I'll use indoors. And obviously outdoors, like you're seeing. And it seems pretty durable. We're not going to have any high impact crashes or landings, but for what it's able to do here, it's definitely durable enough. This is always a good spot to come and run the RCs. You guys follow the channel, you know I've run a few RCs here. I try to get here when I can. Oh, off-road, I gotta go save that one, guys. Alright guys, well we're back in with the JY88. Overall I had a great time. I thought it performed well, but only like this, bare bones, without the camera, because as you guys saw, the camera didn't look that great. Lots of jello, very distorted. Wasn't really too impressed. I did show you there at the beginning this 4K HD shooting. Well, that's just false advertisement there. Another thing that was somewhat exaggerated was the speed, and that's like most RCs. The companies exaggerate how fast they can go. Not for a minute I thought this thing would go 35 kilometers per hour. That's what they're advertising, up to 35. I did throw the GPS on there, and we were just over 18 kilometers per hour on that short little run, which is perfectly acceptable for this little 124 scale. Like this though, guys, like I said, bare bones, without the camera, this actually performed pretty good. I was happy with it. We were scooting around the skate park there pretty good, going over jumps, little jumps and stuff, and having a good time with it. I was perfectly happy with the way it performed like that. We didn't have any range issues without the camera. Now with the camera on, the signal of the camera was competing with the signal of the transmitter, and our range was honestly not great at all. And that's what happens with the toy grade drones too. When you've got a Wi-Fi camera on a toy grade drone, you lose a lot of range, and just it's honestly not as fun. So like I do with the toy grade drones, I recommend, you know what, the cameras, they're a gimmick. This is a gimmick. But the RC itself here, the JY88, on its own, is fantastic. Great range without any of the Wi-Fi crap, and performed awesome. We had a great runtime on it. Had more than enough runtime with that one battery. And also, like I said, it's available in the 2 and 3 battery models, so you can get extra batteries right from the start. But other than that, guys, we're going to leave it at that for right now. You'll probably see this one on the channel again. I think we're going to do a little mock-up on an FPV, a true FPV 5.8 gigahertz camera. Maybe we'll go for a little all-in-one like this, and we'll figure out some kind of mount, maybe a casing for it to go up there. Or we could do something like this, which is also a 5.8 gigahertz camera on there. We'll figure out something, and that's when we'll probably see this on the channel again, when I get a proper FPV setup on there that's actually going to work and not affect the performance of the RC. Anyways, guys, we're going to leave it at that for right now. You want to grab a JY88 for yourself. Link is down below in the description. You like this video, make sure you get a big thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button before you head out, and remember, don't be a stranger. We'll see you on the next one. See ya!